What's up, everyone? Happy Wildcard weekend. Yeah, starting as we record. Yeah, Ram just started the second. It looks like they're about to score right here. I mean, might get a play-by-play right here. There's a lot of stuff we need in this game for some bets. Devontae Adams touchdown would be dope, or Kyron. But yeah, we both already before this game started. Obviously, we said Rams were probably going to handle business, but it'd be cool to see the Panthers win. But kind of figured they're gonna. Is there gonna be Puka number 2? Yep. Damn, Puka's so good. Oh, he's having one of those games, guys. Already. 6 catches already too. And Puka. Yeah, this game's over. But I'm excited for the night one, though, right? Bears and Packers. That should be awesome. Not sure really which way it's going to go. But we're both kind of swinging the Bears, obviously. I think we agreed on most of our picks this week. So kind of cool. I mean, not always the biggest picks for Wild Card, you know. But is what it is. We, oh, boy. Got the doggos coming. What up, fellas and girl? You guys want to make a special appearance? Or are we going to have to cut you guys out? We're back. Got a little bit of dogs just let themselves in here, you know? I mean, I closed the door. I didn't, like, boom it, but I closed it. But, yeah, they mind their own. Back to the Bears and Packers, though, you know? At least it wasn't a bear that came in. They must have just wanted to see us since your mom was up there. Probably worried, like, oh, shit, are we alone? But, yeah, like I said, both picking the Bears. But I think it's going to be a good old NFC North rivalry game, you know. I really could see it ending huge defense, like 13-10, honestly, 16-10. I think it'll be a lot of field goals and, like, points when necessary in that game. But sometimes those are good games, you know. I mean, kind of getting not a huge offensive showdown game right here with this one, but I mean the Rams are making it fun at least. So yeah, you agree on the night game? Yeah, and it's probably gonna be cold too, obviously in Chicago. So maybe not though. I'm not sure. I'm not a weatherman, so not really sure. It's kind of cold or warm here in New York, so we're kind of close to them. They're kind of a little bit more like mid than we are to the East Coast, but it's like 45 here, I think I said today. So nothing like obviously not negative 20. So as long as there's no rain, it's raining here. So I guess we'll see. But I would say it's a pretty good start to the wild card, right? I was kind of wondering why they were both NFC games today, but it is what it is. And then, yeah, tomorrow's pretty loaded, too, honestly. I'm not sold on the night game, honestly. I feel like that one's kind of weird. But I think the other two should be awesome. Yeah, you think they get their first playoff road win in 30 years? Well, not Josh, but or the Bills in general. Bills and or McDermott and Josh, I think they said 0-4 all the time on the road together. So it's a tough task, but not impossible, I would say. It's a team game too, you know. Like I like how people always say like, "Oh, Josh Allen's the best quarterback, so he should make the Super Bowl this year." Like, it's just sadly not true. It'd be awesome if it was, because then Bills would probably have 2 to 3 rings by now if Josh is the best quarterback in the playoffs. But he's obviously, I agree. I think he is in the AFC. I think he has the most history in season too, other than Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers is kind of older now. But the 10 other people around him, other than James Cook, aren't the best. They're not bad though. They're not bad. I think the Bills' offense gets a lot of hate. They're not terrible. They're obviously they just don't have any superstar other than Josh and James. So I don't know. It's as tough as it is for the Bills to win. I think it's tough for the Jags to win too. I mean, I'm more the guy that thinks the opposite. Like everyone thinks the Jags are hot going into the playoffs, that they're gonna win. Like they've won 8 in a row. Like they're hot. or 7 in a row, whatever they won. But to me, that means they're due for a loss. Like, they haven't lost since early November, that means. So, I mean, they're not going to win forever. So, damn. So, I don't know. I just think push comes to shove. I think the Bills are the better football team, too. And maybe it's bias. But I think they win it. I think they go down there and they get it done. They go on to next week and we'll worry when we see who that person is. But Jay's not a Bills fan either. I mean, if you guys are just finally finding us out on the wild card matchups, it's Giants. But we got the Bills football for me, Bills fan. So yeah, different New York team. At least not the shitty goddamn Jets. So. That 4 o'clock, I'm missing this game, sadly, but Eagles and Niners, I think, is going to be sick. I think that has potential of being a big game, too. And I don't know why, man. I really think the Niners are going to win it, though. Not sure if I want to take them. Well, I guess it doesn't matter for us, really. Like, I'm just saying, I have a feeling they might get this one done, I guess, But Eagles are home. It's tough to play a team at home. And they obviously have a lot of history. I think those teams matched up a couple times in the divisional rounds or conference championships. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a limb here and just say the Niners. Niners get it. Yeah, and they got to kind of connect as a team, Got to have kind of hitting on all cylinders with those teams. You can't have like one bright spot, kind of like a Puka Nacua just take over a game, right? You kind of need the whole team to connect to win games for the Eagles and Bills. But that's what makes them such good teams, not individual players. So when they are on, those teams are very unbeatable. You can't beat those teams if Josh is putting up like 350 yards, you're not going to beat the Bills. And if Jalen Hurts is throwing like 250 and Saquon's getting 120, you're not beating them. So it's all just what teams show up. But you think the Eagles get it done? Or you think they're going to be the bad Eagles? That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm happy. I'm mad I'm missing that game, but like I would be happy to not pick that game, right? Like not a winner of that game. I'm not taking one on my sports betting, so. But I just hope it's a good one. I think that's too close to call for me. Yeah. And then, yeah, you think they just kind of get it done. They are good. Like, when they're on, they're good. So, but, yeah, it's going to be close. I want to see if the Panthers score here really quick before we go into the night game. See if they get any sort of glimmer back into this game or not. I would hate for it to be Chuba Hubbard, but I guess it can be. I need that Tep McMillan to score. All right. Still early. I mean, football is such a long game, dude. It's crazy. But Sunday night, we got interesting game, I would say. Patriots-Chargers. Chargers opted to play this team. Don't forget they sat all their starters last week to lose on purpose against the Broncos, so the Bills would have to play the Jags, and they would have to go to... Because if they won the Chargers, we would have had to play the Patriots next week, so... Is what it is. I would have rather played the Patriots, personally. I think the Jags are hot. I agree with everyone, but I think we beat either one. But that's probably the bias. I think the Patriots win this one, but I'd love to see the Chargers win it. I would love to see them pull it off, and I really think they could, honestly. Like, Herbert's pretty damn good, and this is going to be Mays. I believe this is Drake May's first playoff game, so could be a little nerves going, but they're home. And that's why I think I'm going to go with the Patriots. But I think the Chargers could upset. They're not out of the woods, I would say. It's not like a Carolina pick, I think Carolina's the only one that people didn't think could upset. I think every other game is honestly a toss-up. Yeah, I think they could win. I just want to take something different. Obviously the favorite anyways, but that should be a good one. I'm excited to at least watch. I mean, all these games should be good for the playoffs, but... Yeah, kind of capping it off. I'm not sure how I feel about a Monday night game, but it's really not my choice. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. All right, interesting. Not Rico Dowdle. But, all right, Panthers aren't done. They aren't done. It's 14-7. I think this game, though, get back to the night game, Monday night game could be great. I think people kind of are selling the Steelers a little short this year after, obviously, one of the better endings to a game last week. Kind of a heartbreak, but was awesome, I would say. I mean, I feel bad for the Ravens, but I would have felt bad for the Steelers if they lost, too. It was a lose-lose situation for a fan that wasn't a fan of the teams. But, yeah, I think it might shock you, Like I was telling Jay, like, I'm pretty sure Rodgers throws the ball the quickest out of any NFL quarterback with the stats, and the Texans like to blitz. So if he gets that ball out quick, they could have numbers and get down the field quick, But it's going to come down, obviously. I think it's going to come down to Rodgers if they are even in that game. I don't think the Steelers can hang with the Texans if he doesn't have a good game. Like, they can't really rely on a run game, But yeah. You think that defense is going to be too much? Kind of overpower? Yeah. I don't know. That's another one I think that could be a toss-up. Like, I think a lot of people are choosing the Texans, but, like, damn, you can't forget that the Steelers are home. Can't forget that they just beat the Ravens last week, And they're just gritty. They've always been, like, a gritty, weird team. Like, I think Tomlin and Rodgers will try to find a way to win that game strategically, which would be an ugly win, which is, like, another kind of one that we're predicting, like, the night game tonight. Like that Steelers-Texans could have potential being like 16-10, just like we were saying, like one touchdown throughout the whole game and then a shit ton of field goals. But maybe it won't, Some of these games surprise me. Like Ravens were freaking shooting it out in the last 3 or 4 minutes of that game. So who knows, I mean, teams just get hot sometimes. Players get hot. It's what makes sports so fun and interesting. It's all guess. They're all biased guesses, But yeah, I mean, wild cards are always most fun. Next week it's going to be less games for us to pick, and then, even less the next week. So, this one's always like the big one. I think there's a shit ton of good games, obviously. Like I said, I think this is the game that's going on right now. Rams, Panthers, like the only one I think that's clear cut. Rams should win. I'm talking about like should win, not will, obviously. You can't think the team's going to win. But, like, book-wise, according to, like, sports books, according to fans that you ask around, it's Rams. I think a lot of other ones are like, you couldn't make an argument, Like, Jags won 8 straight. Buffalo sucks. On the road in the playoffs. Got to finish my sentence there before we get the Bills fans coming in hot. But, yeah, like vice versa. Josh Allen's best quarterback. Jags are young. Niners are playing hot right now, and the Eagles, when they're on, they're one of the best teams in the league. So there's an argument for each team. I think even the Chargers could win, If the Chargers, if Justin Herbert's on, dude, he's top 5 quarterback as well. So, and if Drake may, it's going to come down to mistakes as well. I mean, turn the ball over always is, and football is crucial. Can't do it. So, and like in the Panthers game that we saw, going for it sometimes a little risky too, 4th and 1, it's all right to punt sometimes, especially in the playoffs, because there's no tomorrow. You kind of got to. That risk is fun and all, but when it doesn't pay off, it hurts. That's 7 points that might have not been on the board for the Rams right now. It could be 7-7. You don't know what would have happened on that drive if you punted it away. They wouldn't have started on their own 40. So, or the other team's 40. So, I don't know. I think it'll be a fun, interesting ride, though. I think a lot of heartbreak, obviously, every year. A lot of angry fans, kind of just what makes football, It's a love-hate relationship with that sport. I think loving a team too much is one of the biggest downfalls in the NFL, Like, it's the only sport, too, I don't know. I don't see people going wild when the Lakers win the championship, I mean, some baseball fans go pretty wild when their team wins the World Series, but I don't know. I feel like football is just like a huge bragging right thing for, like, guys, Like, if your team won that championship, you feel like you were part of that team. And you can make fun of your friend for liking a shitty team. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of pressure. A lot of fun mixed emotion times during January going into the Super Bowl. So, be fun though, you know. I was telling Jay, like, yeah, like tomorrow, for example, I'm gonna go coach my basketball game if the Bills lose. I don't get to sit home, so sucks, you know. You gotta, like, life doesn't stop either. That's why it sucks to, like, kind of get too, like, invested in sports and teams too, because, like, it's kind of crazy to think that something like that can make you a bad mood too, you know. Like when you really, like, I don't know, like I mean, it's something you love and you're passionate about, but like, it's something out of your control. So. Yeah, but like you're not out there playing, you can't help the team, so why like get upset about it? You know, just you're like, I don't know. I feel like you're just upset about picking a shitty team to like. It's kind of stupid when you break it down, but I'm not like making fun of people. I'm the same way. I get really pissed off and sad when the Bills lose. Like I'll throw shit if I'm really mad. So like I'm just like kind of like doing one of those like clear your head moments. Like hey, you gotta think about it sometimes, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's good to be emotional and stuff too, for, you know, it's what makes the game fun. It's what makes sports, you know, the emotion, the raw side of your life, like just emotions, the raw side of emotion, like everything. So like, and like the uncertainty, you know, like a team can lose in 13 seconds, like Buffalo. You think you win in one minute, you think you're going to the Super Bowl, the next minute you're crying. So it's just a lot. So, but yeah, I'm pumped up if you can't tell. Sounds like we're all fired up. But, kind of it for like the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the NFL right now, like coach firings, a lot of teams trying to interview coaches that are coaching in the playoffs right now, which I hate. A lot of stuff, so that's always fun to watch too. And then like example, like Jay with the Jay, for example, with the Giants getting ready for the draft already, having a good pick always makes you want to look and see who to get. So, yeah, just a lot of other stuff, you know, like Harbaugh getting fired changed a lot of stuff, I think, for the Ravens. I think kind of opens up a lot of different stuff. I've heard that Harbaugh really likes Jackson Dart and Cam Ward. He wants to pick between, I'm guessing, the Titans and the Giants. There might be another team that hops in. Like, if the Bills fire McDermott, shit, I mean, I would take Harbaugh. And, I don't know. I heard like the Ravens. It sucks. Like the Ravens are trying to interview the Bills' offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. So that would suck. Like having that happen during game, or like not during game, but during the playoffs. It's just annoying. And they already interviewed the Seahawks coordinator, which they're on a bye week, but still they're in the playoffs. So it's just crazy. Crazy that they can do that type of stuff while like playoffs are going on. You know. But I understand it. Like you need a coach, and where else is better to hire than inside the organization already, which is NFL. I'm not talking about like just a team organization, but it's probably a lot easier from like a business standpoint to hire someone that's already inflicted with NFL already than like to try to get a college coach. But I could be wrong. I don't know any about that. Like I'm just talking about like contract wise and stuff. Like I'm sure you got to sign specific contracts about being in the NFL and all that. And like if you're an assistant coach in the NFL, you already did all that shit. You already know all about it. You don't gotta like get taught. So might be a lot of stuff that like we don't know about that like coaches have to get taught going into the NFL. So, but I don't know that. That's all just base assumption for a podcast. Some podcast talk, right? We aren't saying we don't know anything more than the typical fan with the NFL. For what? Oh, draft video? Yeah, for sure. A little bit longer though to go. After watching yesterday, obviously, I think Indiana's quarterback should be number one. Mendoza. I think that's a clear-cut pick, honestly, for the Raiders, which kind of sucks for that kid, but maybe the Raiders can turn it around. But yeah, going back, I don't know if we should have one more video coming out before the college football playoffs, but it doesn't really matter. I think nothing's going to change for me. I'm going Indiana. I think they look like the best team in college this year. Not ever, but they look like the best team. Who you got? Miami or Indiana? Miami's playing at home, if that makes you, if you didn't know that. It's going to sway your pick or not, but yeah, they're home, so that's kind of cool. They're playing in Miami. Yeah, going with underdog. At home, though, so, I mean, it can't be a big underdog. So, yeah, not really much to talk about with that. We don't really cover college, but just something to throw out for you guys. We watch it. Like, I watched that whole game yesterday. I don't know if Jay did, but, yeah, most of it. Same with the game before, the night before, Ole Miss and Miami. So, yeah, just I don't know enough about. Like, I don't know all the players. I know quarterbacks, obviously, like Carson Beck's going against Fernando Mendoza, but I couldn't tell you their receivers. Other than that one Malachi Toney who had a crazy catch for Miami. That was sick. Did you see that one? Yeah, that was sick. And then, I'm trying to think about what else. That was a good game, though. I liked the Miami game, obviously, more than I was trying to just think. Watching that field goal kick go in. Sorry. But, obviously, last night's game for college football sucked. Not sucked, but Indiana, man. Whew. 55 in a college football playoff game's crazy. So, but I respect it, obviously. It's dope. I would run up the score, too, if I was coaching college football. So, but, yeah, I got Indiana. Jay's got Miami. I think that's in 2 weeks, though, so we might have maybe a little bit more of a deep dive into it. But like I said, I'm not sure how much more we can really go into it other than just why we like that team, which is kind of just I like Fernando Mendoza, and I think Jay probably likes some players on Miami, so when he was watching them. So who knows? But pretty much all for, like, sports-wise, I would say. That's for the channel. I know we got some other stuff going on maybe. We were thinking of Syracuse basketball game, which would be a vlog type of video, or some musical. That would be a day after Jay's birthday, so that'll be a wouldn't really have a video coming out that week, but so that's just something we got to think about for our channel, as well as if we do end up going out that week, we'll want to talk about your birthday next week. Kind of do our video for your birthday next week. Just something to think about when we end the day and we figure out if we want to go to that Syracuse game or not. Kind of it for right now on the channel wise. I mean, since we're only hanging out once a week, it's so hard to think about what we're gonna have going on the channel right now. But for sure, definitely Syracuse game, and for sure playoffs right now. Oh, why don't you talk about the short idea that we had that I was telling you about? Maybe if people like it, maybe we'll try it. I mean, at the end of the day, the thing's only gonna be $40. If it doesn't do good on YouTube, we could still play something for us to do while we're hanging out, instead of just being on our phones, and see how good our similarities are. It's called Wavelength.
So we found this idea on the YouTube channel that it's called Waking Man. Basically, the premise of the game is one person slumps you're going maybe the infection bad team
Yeah, kind of figure out, kind of just see if you guys are on the same wavelength. Is kind of it's the name of the game, obviously, but what that means is your brain wavelength, obviously. You guys are thinking the same way. So we were watching some videos, and the examples were all football, but we could use a movie example. We could say a good movie, bad movie, and then you would spin the wheel, and let's say it ends over here really strong on good movie. I would say Avengers Endgame, but Jay wouldn't be able to know where the points are on the wheel because it would be facing you guys, and he would have to move the wheel to where he thinks it is. So if Jay thinks Endgame was a bad movie, either way it would go on this side, but obviously Jay would think it's a good movie, so he would put it all the way over here and get us 4 points. So kind of simple, and it would just be a challenge for us every day that we hang out to see if we can get 10 out of 10 points on Wavelength. Nothing crazy, it's not like it's a 10-minute video or anything. It'd just be some brain teaser for us, get our brain going and see if our opinions and if our friendship is on the same wavelength. Because some of it's opinion based too. Obviously, if Jay says Jackson Dart's a top 3 quarterback, I'm gonna think he's crazy. So, but as a Giants fan, he could think that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if he's saying that's what I mean. It's yeah, using the football. That's more definitely opinion based. So like say like Bryce Young and it's on bad quarterback, and Jay says Bryce Young, and I think Bryce Young's a good quarterback or more near the good side. That's where we could lose some points, and that's where we might not be on the wavelength. So it's me kind of cool to figure out if we think the same way with all this stuff. Because like I said, it's endless opportunities. You know, we can always write down our ideas with movies, games. I like to see like that's something we could do on Saturday too, the day after your birthday, instead of going out to a movie or to the SU game. Just go down to Target, or I don't know though, because then we wouldn't be able to do it that day. So could always one of us could go get it if you go with Dylan. If you guys are ever like out with Teresa, go to Target, or I can always get it and then. But I know it's something we could do together. So like go get it, make it a trip. Maybe I could get out here like a Tuesday or Thursday or something like that, just to do that. You know, that's only like a 20-30 minute meetup. It's not like I'm sitting at the house for 2 to 3 hours. So we'll see. But definitely want to get that game. We should have asked for it for Christmas, but didn't see it until now. Kind of a fun idea though, and I think it would give us like just more of like a direction on our shorts. You know, like just name it like Wavelength Part 1, Wavelength Part 2, Wavelength Part 3. It's pretty easy. You just put whatever's in front of it, like a Marvel Wavelength, whatever, NFL Wavelength, NBA Wavelength. So all easy stuff, kind of something. I mean, we can always order it too online if we don't need to ever get out, but one of our ideas. I don't think we really need to hear opinions. I think it's going to end up happening on the channel. So you guys either end up liking the video or not. Because like I said, it'll just be a good brain teaser every day before we end up actually doing a video, you know? Just doing a 3-minute short, seeing because like even like, yeah, I'm just thinking of more ideas like movies. Like you could do a whole round of movies. You could do rappers, singers, artists, and that's like where it really gets subjective, you know? Like not to pick on our girl Taylor, but you could say like Taylor Swift if you're gonna say, because you got to think about it too, like if it's is it your opinion or not, because if you write good musician, bad musician, you have Taylor Swift on the bad musician, that's just not right. Like it's not true. If she might not be good to us, but we know she's not a bad musician, so you gotta like, it's cool. That's where we gotta kind of figure out our wavelength, because you can't tell each other either, you know? Like I can't say like in my opinion, like you can't give each other hints. Like I can't say like, for example, 2017 Josh Allen. Was that a good quarterback, or is now Josh Allen? It's just Josh Allen, you know? You can't say, like, a specific year when he was really good or really bad. So, yeah, it comes down to that, too, and how that person's thinking. If Jay's thinking of the mind of him and not everyone else, he might have Taylor. So I'm just picking on her. Might have Taylor Swift down as a bad singer or musician, but if he's thinking of the popularity side of her, it's going to be way over here. So it's just a lot of nooks and crannies, which we might not be the best at to start, but that would be starting with easier stuff, like stuff we know, like sports and movies. It'll be fun, though, because I feel like I could start, not like big arguments, obviously, but we could be like, what, you think he's there, or you think that movie's there? It's a horrible movie. And I'm like, what? Yeah, you know, and just start to see where we really think, what we're really thinking. So I didn't mean to make that like into a whole 10-minute description, but I feel like we have to get it now. It kind of just took up like 5 or 6 minutes of this video. People are gonna be like, you remember that video 20 episodes ago when you guys were talking about wavelength? Where the hell's the video? So yeah, when we tell your mom and we end the day, we'll tell her maybe Syracuse game, maybe definitely got to get down and get this game that we wanted to though for the channel. Just say something for the channel, so she won't understand the game we're describing, I bet. Maybe she will if we show her a video though. She'll think it's cool. But yeah, you got anything else? Not much. Kind of got what do we got? 3 minutes before halftime. Kind of rock out until half, I guess. Kind of give you guys a little bit more. I mean, the thing is, like, the last 4 minutes of a half could take 20 minutes though, and then this might be a freaking hour video. But we'll see how this drive goes. You know, we got the Rams got the ball 17-7 still. They ran the ball. That's why I was saying we could start see what they do, because they're going to kill 40 seconds right here. Yeah, kind of in the middle of January right now, so kind of like, probably I would say like a month and a half more until we're back on an extra video a week, you know. Then we'll have 2 videos coming out a week instead of just our once a week, which is always on Saturday, which I know, but is what it is. We got probably, yeah, like I said, a month and a half left. Then more shorts will be coming out, more time. Need more video ideas though with that, because sometimes we forget. Oh, did you get the new Avatar game? Let's see down there. Yeah, is it fun? Yeah, that's new, right? Did you beat it? No? Kind of far, or not really? A little bit? Did you go out and get it, or Dylan surprise you with it? Oh, you ordered it? That's dope. And then it just came in the mail? Nice. On the day that it came out? Or kind of... No, it came out a couple weeks ago, right? Tuesday it came out? Oh, dope. That's sick. So you guys have only played it like once, I bet? And I had to download, so... Kind of going to play it tomorrow, or in between the playoffs. Nice. Let us know if you guys have played that yet either. I know that's pretty popular. My other buddy that I hang out with bought that too. And he's been playing it, so... I know a couple people are. I'm still kind of dead on the video games right now. I'll play like here and there, but I actually hopped back on college football. I think it's just because the college football playoffs are going on. I'm just doing like a road to glory right now. I'm pretty bored of it already, honestly. Madden just wasn't it this year for me. I'm kind of mad I bought it. I usually like my Ultimate Team, but I couldn't get into it this year. I just don't have time really. And then 2K I did like enjoy, but I just kind of bored of it right now. I think I'll enjoy 2K more once NFL season's over. Get kind of back on that 2K grind. But yeah, I'm just playing some whenever I have free time, I just play college football. Or I'll play Gang Beasts. It's just damn Devontae's. We overthrew him. But yeah, I'll just play like Gang Beasts or something like that, like a free little indie game or something. Just until Grand Theft Auto comes out, or like I want college basketball to come out really bad too. I think that comes out next January, so kind of excited about that one. Get to do some March Madness and shit and video games and be fun. But I just wanted to see the time, my bad. Oh. Right, Panthers just fumbled and the Rams got it back. The Panthers could have maybe made it 14-17 before halftime, or even 17-10. But I think this game's over now. But Jay can go back to whatever he was talking about. It was just a big change of events right there. Oh, it was on the punt return. Oh, it hit off his head, dude. Come on. Yeah, he misjudged it. Pissed. That's tough, but what? Yeah. I feel like as you get older, it's hard to like want to play every game that comes out. You kind of got to like pick one and focus on it with your little bit of time that you do have, you know? I'm a big like MLB The Show guy. I do like that game a lot because I'm kind of good at it. Maybe that's why I like it. But I'm also good at like Madden. I think Madden's very cheesy. You can run like the same play in Madden and be good. So it's boring. Like MLB, you need to have actually some skill. You need to know when to swing the bat and stuff. So, and they can throw you balls, obviously. And then why would you be swinging at that? I think that game takes some skill, and obviously like your first-person shooter games take skill. I think Madden, you can just cheese. NBA, you can cheese, honestly. If you just make a specific build in 2K, you're cheesing something. And Madden, you can just run. I'm telling you, you can run the same exact play in Madden, you can win a game. If the guy doesn't know what he's doing on defense, you can just put 4 streaks, forward, or just run like some cheesy-ass formation that no one knows how to guard. I've seen it happen more than enough times to me. Yeah, some games are pretty fun. Like, we can just bullshit around, you know? But yeah, there's a lot of games that I think people are waiting for or like enjoy to play. You know, like obviously GTA, big one. Hopefully it comes out. Yeah, again. Yeah, just might not ever come out, honestly. I hope it does, though. I mean, at that time, who knows what's going on in the world, you know? Could have a lot of other stuff going on that people need to worry about. Yeah. Kind of got to play it out a little. Yeah. It's hard to tell the future. But yeah, we're going to probably get going to edit this video and see how the last couple minutes of this 2-minute drill ends. They're taking way too long to get back to the game. We're already pushing 40 minutes here, so not sure if people will stay that long. Like we said, we're going to look into venture into the shorts a little bit more, but definitely keeping our videos out for you guys. But trying to see what where the algorithm will bring us. All right, Jesus Christ, that's hard to say. Algorithm and where at the same time, it's very hard. All right, that means I think I've had enough. About to start doing some word salad soon, if you know what I mean. I'll see you guys for maybe Jay's birthday might be our next one. Might be seeing you guys for that, and if not, divisional round, right? Is that what's coming after? Yeah, divisional round. If not, well, either way, both, right? So I'll see you guys then. Peace. Go Bills. You can't say your Giants no more. Kind of for the draft.